Hey guys, what is going on? Dylan here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to get some really easy raid loot in the Root of Nightmares raid. It's going to require 2 people to do it, and you're going to be doing the first 2 encounters mixed with the 2 secret chests, which is going to come out to 4 total chests, 4 pieces of gear, 10 spoils of conquest. Now, for the first encounter, you're going to want 1 runner and 1 person dealing with the Scions and the Tormentor. Now, I would say when that sweeping terror buff is between 15 and 20 seconds or anything lower than 20 seconds, stop your running and go help kill the Tormentor. Keeping that sweeping terror debuff is going to be the most important part of this. So for the runner, you run to these little balls here and you get that field of light buff. And then you're going to run over to the plate that has this little tiny ball there, and you're going to shoot that ball while you're standing on it. And you're just going to keep kind of going back as fast as possible. And the other player is going to be mailing Scions and spawning Tormentors and then trying to kill them, as well as ad clearing. Now, if you see what we're doing here, we're getting another Tormentor to spawn before we finish the first section. After each section, with there being 4 sections total, you get a little bit of a breather before you start the next section. When you spawn the Tormentor early, it allows you to get that Tormentor low on health. That way, when the next section starts, you can kill it and get an instant increase in time. In the top right, I do have a map there for where the Scions are, where the plates are. I also have a much larger version of that in my Discord, so make sure you follow the link below and follow my Discord. I post all the maps, the loot tables for the dungeons, the raids. I do weekly updates. Everything Destiny related is in my Discord. I also post my upcoming content, things related to the channel, stuff about my personal life. We also have Looking for Group in there. So yeah, follow that. There's lots of information there. Anyways, so right here you can see there's no debuff on the left. We're on the last section of the raid. So in a second, so there you go. So now Sweeping Terror is at 32 seconds. I'm communicating with Dylan here. He can't find the Tormentor, which I'm like, oh, he's right there. So I'm going to use my Burst Super, and I would recommend if you're a runner, Burst Damage Supers. And I'm going to just help him get that Tormentor low, and then continue running. There's no reason to get all panicky and crazy and stressed about this. Basically, just make sure you kill the Tormentor. See, you can hear, you kind of heard that audio cue. Dylan already spawned another Tormentor, but because there's 40 seconds, I'm going to let him handle this one. If time gets down to about 15 seconds, that's when I'll stop running and give him a hand. So I'm just going to keep running. And right here, I'm like, well, let me help him real quick, because now we're about 25 seconds. By the time I went and got another buff, you know, you really just got to kind of keep an eye on that debuff. So I'm going to help him kill that, and then continue running. And so we have about 45 seconds here just to get, I think it's like 3 more plates, so we have plenty of time. And I would say that the main thing here is just ad control. Tormentors for sure, because you want to keep that timer going, but ad control is pretty huge. There are a few champions here that can really mess up your run. And then, yeah, he just spawned another Tormentor, and that's literally just as a safety precaution. I know I only have 1 more plate left, so I'm actually just going to not help him here. I'm just going to get this and then just finish it off. So the first encounter is actually really, really simple once you kind of know where to go, what to look for. You get into a nice rhythm. But I would say the main tip here is to just help out your buddy trying to kill the Tormentor as you're the runner. That's what is the make or break. And then, yeah, there's your first piece of raid loot. Now, the second piece of raid loot is going to be the first secret chest. You're going to get to this big open chasm area here, and there's going to be these Scions shooting you from the right here, these 3 square holes. This is actually the big room just before the second encounter. So you're going to actually go into one of these holes, take a right, and you're going to go to the edge of this hallway, where there is going to be a Tormentor waiting for you. When you kill said Tormentor, hacha. When you kill him, that's when the secret chest behind him will appear, and then you can get 5 spoils, and this is going to re-roll something that you've already gotten, so it'll re-roll, it won't roll anything new, essentially. Getting lucky with those red borders. Alright, second encounter. This one is a little bit more difficult. There's a lot of ads. Same premise here, except now there's a Flux of Darkness buff. So, on the right side, they have a Field of Light, and on the left side, it's Flux of Darkness. How we did it is 1 person just handled darkness, 1 person handled light, and you're just going to be going back and forth. Now, I'm going to pop up another map here, because this is a lot, and again, it's in the Discord. Essentially, it's once you get your buff, it's going to be other side, same side, other side, same side, other side. Once you're doing the encounter, you'll know what that means. But you can see me running over to the same side now to get this one. But there's going to be 6 per floor, and you have to go 3 floors. This is just a foot race, speed. Don't sit there and try to focus on ad clearing. This is why I have my sun bracers build, because I throw a grenade down, melee, throw a bunch of grenades down, and just keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. The second floor, I would say, is really, really difficult, and this is just knowing where to go. But there are some champions here that really could ruin your run, or 1 champion per floor. So just be wary of the champion, but also make sure that you're making use of the time that you have. And then when you get to the second floor, that's when you will then switch to Field of Light. If you were doing darkness before, you'll do light on the second floor. There are some enemies that you can only damage when you have the buff. I wouldn't even worry about those until the end. Just try to go around them, and it might take you a few tries to get it down. It definitely did for us. So I just got my last emblem there, and so now I'm just going to clear these enemies out. So, cool part about this is to get up to the second floor, there's on the far edge, there's going to be one of those little man cannon things, and then a nut that launches you off. That actually will not appear until you've killed all your enemies. So take a second here, collect yourself, go look for ammo. You have, I think it's unlimited time. So just really take a second to collect yourself and make sure you kill everything and make sure you are ready to get to the next floor. Work with your teammate here. Make sure you kill those yellow bars at around the same time. I'm not sure if that matters, but that's just what we did. And then you run over to your man cannon. The nut will appear here in a second, and you launch yourself to the next platform. So you're going to do that for the second floor, and this is the third floor. And running, and I think I'm getting my last one here. And then once you do that, now it's just an ad clear, and then you've completed the encounter. And it is difficult, but again, it's one of those things. Once you get the rotation, where to go, it becomes very easy at that point. It's just all about staying alive. And then, yeah, once you've killed everything on that third floor, you have completed the second encounter to man. And then, of course, we just man cannon to the other side and collect our loot. If you guys have any additional questions of anything that I didn't cover or need help with, feel free to put it in the comments and I'll do my best to answer. And then lastly, the final secret chest, which will be 5 more spoils. You're going to, during the jumping puzzle part, on your way to the third encounter, you're going to get to this big open area. If you look over the edge here, there is a little nut that you shoot down there, and it opens the door of this temple right here to your left. So just kind of make a mental note of this big area, and then you walk in here. There is a buff here to keep you alive from the pulsing wave that comes over, and you just grab that, and then you'll open your final chest. And there you go. That is your 4 pieces of gear, 10 spoils of conquest. Only need 2 people, you and a friend. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. Subscribe, like, and I will see y'all later. Goodbye.